Board, nasa huling bulong na po tayo. Mag-message lang po kayo sa Blue App. Yan, mag-message na kayo sa Blue App and then i-add ko po kayo sa GC. Yan. So may YT channel din po tayo. Doon po natin nilalagay yung mga na-miss nyo na, okay? Hindi yung mga ex nyo ha, yung mga na-miss nyong video. Yan. Kumusta kayo lahat? It is so cold, right? Yan, okay. Present, sabi ni Naha Puma. Wow. Good evening, sabi ni Ma'am Joanne. Alright. Thank you. Sana hindi na tayo ma-RR ngayon, di ba? Last time na RR tayo, hirap tayong kumuha ng viewers. Eh, matagal akong hindi na RR. Yan. Alam niyo yung RR? Ganyan. Okay, so kindly like and share our, alright? Yan. So yung Macboards, yung daily Macboards natin na 1,273, that is umabot na ng 2,000 plus, naka-open pa rin po siya. Yan, isa-isahin nyo nga lang. Pero yung huling bulong natin, meron siyang schedule. Alright? Pero hindi ko siya inan-publish ngayon kasi marami pang pumapasok. So, hinayaan ko silang makatake niyan. Okay, so after this live, i-unpublish ko siya, yung gagawan ko ng top 10. Alright? Okay, so let's start ha. Let's start. Yan, i-ano ko lang. I-repost ko lang, alright? Okay. So sa mga bago dito, yan, so I am Miss Karen Faye, okay? A social science major. Okay, I took the LET noong June 2025. Yan. Okay, so general education tayo, ha? Right, thank you po, sabi ni Ma'am Preciosa. Yan, so sana hindi na magloko tong kasi pag ini-screen share ko kasi sa TV para sana mas maganda yung tingin nyo, nagloloko siya. So I will try again now. Kung magloko pa rin siya, we'll stick na lang na dito na lang sa laptop, ha? Yan. Okay, so which of the following, number 1 tayo, which of the following is an island? Okay, A, Rub al Khali, B, Zamboanga, C, Arabian, and D, Madagascar. Okay? So ilagay nyo po yung number dyan, alright? So as usual, 20 points po tayo, pero marami po akong mga ah, ah, bonus questions, okay, na common naman na lumalabas. Okay, na related doon, syempre. Number 1, which of the following is an island? A, Rubalcali, B, Zamboanga, C, Arabian, and D, Madagascar. Okay. Napaisip tuloy ako. Pag ganyan pare-parehas yung sagot nyo, napapaisip ako na mali ba yung na-input ko? Pero hindi. Okay? Alright. Pag-isipan yung mabuti. Which of the following is an island? A, Rubalcali, B, Zamboanga, C, Arabian, and D, Madagascar. Okay. Pinili ko talaga yung dito, yung A, B, C, yan. Yung mga yan, pinili ko talaga siya kasi lagi silang lumalabas. Okay? Yan, pinili ko yung mga options. Alright. Walang babaliktad? Oh, see? Alright, okay, so let's reveal. Okay, D, sabi nung isa. Alright, so let's reveal. The answer is Madagascar, guys. Di ba pinapanood natin yung ano ba yung movie na pupunta sila sa Madagascar, yung cartoons. Yan. Okay. Alright. Okay, pero siguro pag hindi pa kayo batak sa review, parang maano talaga, okay? So ito. Okay, very good. Yes, so may batak na lumabas. Zamboanga tsaka Arabian Peninsula. Lagi po yang lumalabas. Okay? Lagi po siyang lumalabas. Okay? How about yung Rub Al-Khali? Yan. Common din po to. Ano po to? Rub Al-Khali. Yan. May idea ba kayo? Is it a peninsula? Is it a gulf? Is it a bay? Is it a desert? Is it a plain? Is it Superman? Ano yung niya kay Rub Al-Khali? Yan. Sa tunog pa lang niya, alam nyo na yan. Sige. Yung mga ganyang tunog. Yung mga ganung part na doon. Ano sila usually? Okay, all right. Okay, very good. Yeah. So it is a desert. Very good. Okay. In fact, it is the largest continuous sand desert. Okay, yan. Ang Rub al Khali ay largest continuous sand desert. And ang lumalabas po dito is it is also called an empty quarter. Okay? It is also called an empty quarter. Pag nabasa nyo yun, Rub al Khali yung sagot. Especially sa sa social science major. Okay? So empty quarter, Rub al Khali. Kasi nga, syempre, it is nakalagay na largest continuous sand desert. So very minimal lang talaga yung yung life support doon. Okay, yeah. So sabi natin, Zamboanga is a peninsula. Lumalabas dun po yan, ha? And then it's Arabian is also a peninsula. Okay. Number 2, what is the holiest city in the Islamic region? A. Marrakech, B. Jerusalem, C. Medina, and D. Mecca. Okay, what is the holiest city in the Islamic region? Is it A. Marrakech? Lagay niyo po yung number, guys. Please, lagay po yung number. Yan, para hindi tayo ma-RR. Okay, so far, hindi pa naman tayo na-RR. Okay, B. Jerusalem, C. Medina, and D. Mecca. Yan, ilagay nyo po yung number, guys. Maawa kayo kasi pag alam nyo pag na-RR tayo, hindi to lalabas yung live sa mga page ay sa mga wall yon. So para mas marami tayong ma-reach, ha. Yan. Okay, salamat sa pag-like, and love. Okay, very good. Okay. So, maraming sumagot ng... Okay. So, marami naman tayong tama. Okay. So, it is Mecca. Okay, very good. It is Mecca. Yes, kaya nga 'di ba parang ginagamit na yung word yung parang Mecca of perfume, yung mga ganon. Ibig sabihin, doon na doon na yung pinaka concentration, maraming perfume, yung mga ganon, okay? Mga mecca of anything, 'di ba? Basta ibig sa pag sinabi mong mecca of something, okay, doon yung concentration ng something, okay? Yan. Okay. So yung Medina naman, it is the second holiest city, okay? Pagdating sa Islam, okay? And it is called the city of the prophet, okay? Yung Medina, okay? Ang Jerusalem, of course, hindi lang naman sa Islam 'yan, 'di ba? It's important for Judaism, Christianity, 'di ba, yang Jerusalem. Okay, Marrakech is in India. Okay, 'yan. Okay. So ito, very quick lang tayo, okay? Kasi baka next time hindi yung tatanungin, okay? So, good evening, Ma'am Aram. Yan. Na-receive mo na ba yung email ko? Yan. So the Mecca is the holy city of Islam. Okay? Why? Kasi doon pinanganak si Prophet Muhammad. Okay? Yan. Hindi ko sinasabing lalabas yung mga to, ha, pero para malay natin, 'di ba? So itong yung holiest site in Islam nasa Mecca. Okay? It is called Kaaba. Okay, yon. Alright? And nasa direction yung Muslim prayer sa Qibla. Okay? What is the holiest water? Zamzam water. Okay? And then, saan sila nag-annual pilgrimage? Okay, yung Hajj, 'di ba? Yung sa 5 pillars of Islam kasama yung Hajj. Okay? So doon sa Mecca sila nag-Hajj and Umrah. Okay? Alright, you're welcome, Ma'am Aram. Okay, yan. Mabilisan lang tayo ganyan. Okay, number 3. Tuldok kuwit ang bantas na ginagamit sa, dapat yan, paghihiwalay ng mga A, pangungusap, B, salita, C, sugnay, at saka D, parilala. O, common ta na lumalabas, ha? Yan. Tuldok kuwit, okay, semicolon. Ang bantas na ginagamit sa paghihiwalay ng mga A, pangungusap, B, salita, C, sugnay, at saka D, parilala. Okay, C. Sure kayo niyan? Parang mga viewers ngayon mga batak. See? Walang Tuldok kuwit, all right? Okay. All right, very good. Yeah, so the answer there is sugnay. Good job kayo dyan. Okay, yes. All right, so tingnan natin. Okay, para naman, hindi natin ayan. Okay, so pagsalita, all right, walang bantas. 'Di ba? to separate them, just spaces, okay? Pag parilala naman, okay, karaniwan wala siyang bantas, but sometimes you can use quit. Okay, yan. Kasi parilala is phrases, 'di ba? Yan. Pag sugnay naman, yan, it is either tuldok kuwit or kuwit. Okay? But andyan na yung tutuldok kuwit. Okay? Yan. Depende sa ugnayan, sabi niya. And then pag pangungusap, alam natin, tuldok, yan, or tandang pananong, the question mark, or tandang padamdam. Okay? Depende yan sa feelings. Okay? Sana all my feelings. Okay? Yan. So, dating gawe, yan. So, mahilig nga po, yung mga bago dito, mahilig pa akong gumawa ng ganito. So, if kailangan nyo, for further reading. Kasi kaya ako gumagawa ng ganito for further reading. Pag binalikan nyo yung ano, ayan na naman tayo. Yan, nagsisimula na naman tayo sa restriction. Okay. So, pwede nyong balikan yung videos or habang ginagawa natin ito, nag-screen capture kayo, ganyan. Okay, for further reading nyo. Alright? Hindi ibig sabihin na ako yung magbabasa sa lahat ng mga to kasi kailan tayo matatapos. Okay? Alright. Number 3. Which discipline has a Nobel Prize associated with it? Okay, A. Chemistry, B. Psychology, C. Mathematics, and D. Philosophy. Okay? Which discipline has the Nobel Prize associated with it? A. Chemistry, Psychology, C. Mathematics, and D. Philosophy. Okay, I appreciate this po. You're welcome. Okay, parang... Teka lang ha. Okay. I-check ko mamaya yung ano ha. Parang nagkamali ata ako na linagay na ano. Okay? So, tignan nyo. Saan ang nabibigyan dyan ng Nobel Prize? Chemistry, psychology, mathematics, or philosophy? Sige, sumagot lang po kayo guys. Kahit mali man, it's okay. Hindi naman po, wala naman po magagalit, di ba? At least maalala nyo, ay, namali ako at this time, di ba? Ganyan. There's a wild guess. Good job for wild guess. Alright, yan. Mag-wild guess kayo. Alright, so let's see. Alright? Tingnan ko lang ha, kasi parang nagkamali ata ako ng ano ha. Pero naalala ko si Marie Curie. Okay, but yan ang sinasabi kong ano. Pero ang alam ko kay ano isa radioactivity niya. Alright? Okay. Yes, so the answer there is chemistry. Good job. Yes. So tignan ko lang ha kung kasama yung mathematics sa ano. Pero I'm sure na chemistry yung tanong, okay? Ay yung sagot. Pero dito muna tayo, okay? Yan. So based on the principle, so BQ1 tayo, BQ1. Based on the principle established in Alfred Nobel's will, what is the primary criterion for awarding a Nobel Prize? Okay. So is it for achieving the highest level of academic or scientific discovery, or for having conferred the greatest benefit to humankind? All right. So is it a red or blue? Okay. So based on the principle established in Alfred Nobel's will, what is the primary criterion for awarding a Nobel Prize? For achieving the highest level of academic or the scientific discovery, or for having conferred the greatest benefit to humankind? Blue? Sino may sabi? Okay. All right. Okay, very good kayo dyan. Yes, so the answer is blue. Tama naman dyan. Okay, so let's explain why. Okay, yan. So, yan. So, of course, ang lumalabas din to, sino yung nagpauso, right? Okay, so sino yung nag-establish ng Nobel Prize? It's Alfred Nobel. Okay, yan. Okay. Yan. Okay? So, nung una, 5 lang yan. O, tama pala, wala talaga mathematics. So, physics, chemistry, physiology or medicine, literature, and peace. Okay? And then, nai-add later, okay, nai-add later yung economic sciences. Okay? In-establish to ni Sveriges, hindi ko basta basahin nyo na to, okay? Mahirap ako mag-pronounce kasi ang laki nung linagay dun sa, sa braces ko. Okay, yan. So, established in 1968 by Sveriges Riksbank. Okay, so isa tong bank. Okay, in memory of Alfred Nobel. Yes, it is. Okay, yes, it is Gen Ed. Alright? Yan. Okay, so ang tawag dun sa mga nabibigyan is laureate. Okay? So, tignan nyo dito, oh. Yan. So, ano yung mga nakukuha? Yan. Mga may award, may diploma, ganyan. Basahin nyo na lang yan. Okay? Yan. Okay. So, lagyan lang natin ng ano, ng kwento. Okay? Kasi baka next time kwento yung tatanungin. Okay, yan. So, itong si Alfred Nobel, okay, isa siyang mayaman, okay, na tao, alright, at that time. Isa siyang Swedish inventor. Okay, so, do you know, he was the one who invented yung dynamite. Kalain nyo? Yan, yung ballistite, okay? Yung mga yan. Nakasulat dito, basahin nyo. So, usually yung mga na-invent is mga explosives, yung mga yon. And then one time, namatay yung ano, yung kapatid niya, okay? Na nagkamali na siya yung linagay na namatay, okay? And then he was called ano, the merchant of death. Okay? Nakalagay daw doon is the merchant of death is dead. Parang ganon. So parang nagulat daw siya. So siguro nagkaroon siya ng ano, ng reflection, yon, introspection sa buhay, sabi niya, ganyan. Kasi nga, parang, ito ba yung legacy na gusto kong iwan? Oh, char. 'Di ba? So yun, and that's why he established yung Nobel Prize. Okay, yan. So as once again, ang tawag sa mga ano recipient is laureate. Okay. Number 5. The water cycle is an example of A fiction, B non-fiction, C folklore, and D expository text. Okay? Number 5, the water cycle is an example of A fiction, B non-fiction, C folklore, and D expository text. Yan. Okay. The water cycle is an example of A fiction, B non-fiction, C folklore, at saka D expository text. Alright. Salamat sa ating pa-heart. Alright, so would you believe? Okay, so pero ano, intindi ko naman. Okay, intindi ko naman kung ang sagot nyo dyan ay letter B. Okay? But mabilis ba tayo or okay lang? Baka kasi mabore yung iba. Okay, so the answer there is expository text. Okay, so i-explain natin. Okay? So, naintindihan ko naman kung bakit ang sagot nyo dyan ay non-fiction. Okay? Kasi ang non-fiction is, ito yung mga true and factual. Okay? True and factual siya. Okay? And water cycle is, totoo naman talaga siya. Okay? Yan. Okay? Kaya lang, napaka-broad yung non-fiction. Yung non-fiction kasi is pwedeng story ng buhay, 'di ba? Yung mga ganon, okay? Yung mga totoong nangyayari, 'di ba? All right. Pero ang expository text is written to teach or explain facts, processes, or concepts. Okay? Ito yung mga nakikita natin sa newspaper. Ito yung mga nakikita natin sa textbook. 'Di ba? Ganyan. So expository text is a kind of non-fiction, ganyan. But of course, the best answer here is expository text. Okay? Kasi ito yung mas nasasatisfy niya itong tanong na to. Okay, the water cycle. Okay, kasi sabi ko nga ang non-fiction is very broad. Okay, fiction, alam na natin, okay, imagination lang. Okay, yan. Kaya nga 'di ba ang tawag sa fictitious sa character na hindi totoo is fictitious character. Okay? And of course, ang alam na natin yung folklore. I'm pretty sure wala nang sasagot sa folklore. Okay? So anything that reflects yung ating beliefs, okay, traditions and values. Okay, yan. Ano pa ba yung yung other kinds of expository text? Yan, water cycle, okay? How to how to how to do research, o yung mga ganon, 'di ba? So andun yung mga mag-explain or to teach. Okay, yan. Number 6, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon are examples of A, halogens, B, alkaline earth metals, C, transition elements, and D, noble gases. Alam niyo ba, natuwa ako nung nahanap ko yung tanong na to. Okay? Argon, krypton, xenon, and radon are examples of A, halogens, B, alkaline earth metals, C, transition elements, and D, noble gases. Okay, natuwang-tuwa talaga ako sa nakita sa tanong na to kasi first time ko makita yung tanong na to. Ang lagi kong nakikita is which is an example of blank. Yan, tapos pipiliin mo doon. Okay, so meron palang ganitong tanong. So, malamang lumabas talaga to sa actual, di ba? Balibaliktad lang yan eh. Binabali-baliktad lang yan. Okay? Sige, ano yung sagot nyo dyan? Okay, ano yung sagot nyo dyan? Okay, so may nag-tap ng prior knowledge. Okay, constructivism. 'Di ba? I'm pretty sure na na-encounter nyo yon. Ay, di, sabi. Okay. Alright, yes, 'di ba? Lumalabas yung na-encounter niya na yung tanong na yon. Yung sabi niya, this is an example of na-encounter niyo na yon? Sabihin mo, paki-yes nga or no lang. Tignan ko lang kung na-tap or na nag-change lang ba kayo ng tanong dahil na-tap niyo yung knowledge niyo na yon, na-encounter niyo yon, or wala lang, nagpalit lang kayo. Sige nga, who can say yes? Can you say yes? Tingnan natin kung may naka-encounter. Ay, chamba. Okay. Chamba. Okay. Ay, nako. Restrict ng restrict. Alright. Okay, yeah. So, may mga Alright. So, the answer there is noble gases. Okay, yan. Ang lumalabas dyan, it's which is an example of noble gas, sabi niya. Tapos, argon yung nakalagay doon na sagot. Okay, argon. Yan. Okay. Yan. So, mabilisan lang tayo. So, noble gases, why are they called noble gases? Because they are highly reactive. Okay? So before, ang gamit daw sa noble gases is inert gases. Okay? So pag hindi lumabas yung noble gases, it's called inert gases. Okay? Pero ano na siya, outdated na term kasi kilala naman na yung mga ibang noble gases. Okay, they are not inert at all. Okay, ito din dati ginagamit daw yung rare gases. Okay, pero it is inaccurate kasi ang argon, it makes up 94% of the Earth's atmosphere. Okay, ganyan. All right, so alkaline. Alam naman natin yung alkaline, 'di ba? Halos kabaliktaran yan ng acid, okay, alkaline, basic, okay, yan, or base, yan. So, mga nasa, ganyan yan. So, ang example niya, magnesium, calcium, okay, ganyan. So, basahin nyo lang to, ha, yan. Okay, so they are called alkaline pala, kasi, tawag doon, nagre-react sila at nagpro-produce sila ng, nakalimutan ko ng hydro something. Okay, yan. And then, so they produce, that's something, nakalimutan ko na ano ba yan, ba't ko hindi kasi sinulat dito? Alright, so nagre-react sila and then nakakapag-produce sila ng alkaline, which is base or basic. Alright, transition elements, okay? They are called transition elements kasi they are in between. Okay? So, di ba, highly acidic yung noble gases, highly reactive. Tapos yung alkaline, very low yung reactive. And these are the transition elements. They are in between. Okay? Iron, copper, nickel. Okay, yan. Alright, so halogens. Ito naman yung mga halogens. Halo, or halo means salt, and gen means producer. Okay, so they are called halogens because they produce salt. Okay, ganyan. Alright, number 7, Gandhi is a blank that depicts the life of Mahatma Gandhi through film. A, documentary, B, fiction, C, biography, and D, biopic. Okay, so Gandhi is a blank that depicts the life of Mahatma Gandhi through film. A, documentary, B, fiction, C, biography, and D, biopic. Gustong-gusto ko talaga tong actor na to. Yan. I like this actor. Yan, marami siyang nai-act na pero dito sa mukha siya talagang mukha talaga siyang Indian, Yan. Alright, okay. May nag-A, may nag-D, may nag-A, nag-C. Okay. B, okay, fiction. Alright, dapat pala linigay ko dyan, non-fiction, para na tayo lahat. Mahilo na tayong lahat. Alright, so mas marami ang C. Okay, may A. Sige. Tayin natin yung iba. D yan, sabi ni Ma'am Trace. Galit yarn. Okay. Alright, so let's reveal the answer. Alright, so the answer here is biopic. Okay, biopic. Alright, So, bakit hindi documentary? Kasi nakalagay na dyan, film. Linagay ko pa nga yung picture eh. Yan, gan. So, film po siya. Alright? It's a movie. Kaya, biopic. Biopic, ang alam naman natin, ang biopic at saka biography, it's about sa totoong buhay, 'di ba? Pero ang difference kasi nung biopic is it's in a film. Okay, ang biography naman is written. Okay, yan naman. Yung documentary din naman, totoo din naman. Kaya lang ang focus kasi ng documentaries show talaga yung kumbaga yung how do you call that? Yung totoo talaga. Okay, that's why they use actual footage, 'di ba? Yung mga ganon. Pero yung biopic kasi more on ang focus talaga nila is not sa pagbigay ng facts, but pagbigay talaga ng story, okay? And then they just base it sa buhay ng isang tao, ganyan. Kaya nga 'di ba yung minsan yung biopic, ano, yung hindi naman talaga yun yung nangyari, minsan nilalagyan nila ng sobra-sobra, just for ano, para mapaganda yung movie, 'di ba? Yan. Okay. Yes, yung documentary, may ini-interview yung totoong tao, 'di ba? Ganyan, naglalagay sila ng actual footage, yung mga ganun. Kasi what they really want to show is yung talagang nangyari, okay? Number 8, the solid outer layer of the earth consisting of the crust and the upper mantle is called the A, atmosphere, B, hydrosphere, C, lithosphere, and D, biosphere. Okay, the solid outer layer of the earth consisting of the crust and the upper mantle is called the A, atmosphere, B, hydrosphere, C, lithosphere, and D, biosphere. Okay, yan. Ano ang ating, may nag-complete pa. Okay, sabi niya lithosphere. Okay. Okay, na 2 times na tayong na RR. Pero pag nag-a-appeal naman ako, na ano naman siya, na-approve. So hopefully maalis yung ating Alright, so yes, so the answer there is lithosphere. Okay, very good. So tingnan ulit natin. Yan, so alam naman natin yung atmosphere. Yan, of course. Diyan yung kasi atmos means air. Okay, ang sphere means a ball. Ball, yon. So, yan. So, linagay ko dito yung mga pwedeng lumabas. Okay, so lumalabas din kasi to, sabi niya ano yung pinakamaraming air sa atmosphere, it's nitrogen. Okay, yan. So, linalagay ko lang dyan kasi importante basahin nyo rin po yan. Okay? So, hydrosphere, hydro means water. Okay? Lumalabas din yan. Covers 71% of the Earth's surface. Okay? Lithosphere. Kasi lithos means stone or rock. Okay? So, that is why it pertains to the solid or the rocky outer layer. Okay? Yan. And then, of course, yung biosphere. Nagkapalit pala dito. Okay, nagkapalit yung nakalagay ko. Okay, yan. So, dapat ito yung biosphere, doon yung lithosphere. Okay? Yan. So, biosphere, kung saan, bio means life. Okay? Kung saan, andun yung, the life is being supported. Okay, yan. Okay. Next question. Yan, kasi lagi ding lumalabas to. Para hindi kayo malito, okay? Kasi puro sphere siya. So, wag kalimutan, okay? Biosphere, lithosphere, atmosphere, tsaka ano na yung isa? Hydrosphere, yan, yun yung 4 na layers ng Earth, okay? But there are layers of uh, yes, ito na nga, andito na po tayo, Ma'am Lavi. So meron po tayong layers of atmosphere also, yan. Yan, so lumalabas din po to, okay? So weather primarily happens in the blank, which is the lowest layer of Earth's atmosphere. Okay, so A, troposphere, B, stratosphere, C, mesosphere, or D, thermosphere. Okay, yan. So, weather primarily BQ. BQ po tayo. Lagyan nyo po BQ. BQ2. Yan. So, weather primarily happens in which is the lowest layer of Earth's atmosphere. A, troposphere, B, stratosphere, C, mesosphere, and D, thermosphere. Okay, yan. Oo. Okay, may nag-B. Malayo po. Alright, okay. So, let's see. Alright, so let's reveal. Alright, the answer is troposphere po. Yan, troposphere. Stratosphere, yun po yung nasa ozone. Okay, alright. So let's see. Okay, let's see guys. Yan, so pinalitan ko ng ating ano, 'di ba? Kasi ayoko na kasi yung blue, boring kasi yon. Oh, char. Alright, ganyan. Alright. So ganyan, ang ating mnemonic is this salad made Tom excited. Okay, ganyan. So this salad made Tom excited. Okay? So paakyat tayo nito ha. T, this means yung troposphere. Okay? Dito yung troposphere. Yan. Lagyan ko na rin yung picture para may imagine nyo. Okay? So dito, bakit dyan yung nangyayari yung weather? Kasi doon, andun yung mga rain clouds. Yan. So that is a troposphere. Yan. Birds and airplanes fly here, sabi niya. Okay? Yan. Salad, S, stratosphere. Okay, yung lumalabas po sa atin dito is ozone. Alam niyo, iniisip ko dati dito para hindi ako malito-lito, stratozone, stratozone. Okay? So, yan. So, andyan yung ozone. Lumalabas po dito ha. Yan. Nasabi niyo, where is ozone located? Yan. Or where you can see, where you can find the ozone layer, it's stratosphere. Stratozone. Okay, yan. Alright. Ang mesosphere, So madali lang ano, linagay ko lang po dito. Marami pang nangyayari diyan. Pero ang linagay ko lang dito is yung mga maalala ko na lumalabas sa mock. Okay, yan. So mesosphere is meteors. Doon nagbo-burn up yung meteors. Alright. Next is thermosphere. T T T T T. Okay, so diyan yung mga aurora borealis. Yan yung mga yung mga borealis, yung dalawang borealis. Okay, yan. Radio waves, yan, yung thermosphere. And excited, exosphere. Alam naman natin yung exo is outside. Yan. So yan na yung nagmi-meet na yung outer space at saka yung atmosphere. Okay? Outer space na yan sa labas. Okay? So, satellites orbit the Earth. Okay? Diyan linalagay yung mga satellites. Alright? Okay. So, sabi ni Sir Jason, mesosphere is the coldest and the thermos is the hottest. Alright. Yes. Okay. And the exosphere is, yes, doon yung mga satellites and spacecrafts. Syempre, kasi doon, okay, kailangan nating aralin yung ating outer space. Okay. Number 9. How many letters were borrowed from English and added to the Filipino alphabet? B, A5, B6, C7, and D8. Yan. So, how many letters were borrowed from English and added to the Filipino alphabet? A5, B6, C7, and D8. Okay. How many letters were borrowed from English? Sabi niya English and added to the Filipino alphabet. Kailangan din po nating intindihin yung tanong. Okay? Kasi parang yung ano sabi niya, how many siblings do Rizal have? Tapos ang sagot mo 11. And tinatanong, ilan yung siblings niya? Ilan yung kapatid niya? 11 sila. Pero ang kapatid niya, 10. Okay? So intindihin natin yung tanong. Okay? Alright. Alright? Okay. Alright. So, very good. Alright. So, the answer there is 7. Okay. 7 yung na-borrow natin. Okay. So, meron tayong 20. Okay. Nung ginawa ni yung Abacada, yung kay Lope K. Santos. 'Di ba? And then, we borrowed C, F, J, Q, V, Z, X, at saka Z. Yung sumagot siguro sa D is 8 kasi 8 naman po talaga lahat yung na-borrow natin. But what we are asking is from the English alphabet. Okay, meron tayong na-borrow na isa from Spanish. 'Di ba? 'Yon. And that is why 28 po lahat 'yun yung enye, 'di po ba? 'Yon. Yung sumagot po ng B B walang sumagot ng B. Ay may sumagot ng isang B. Okay, but the answer there is is enye. Yes. Okay, enye. Yes, so that is 8 po lahat. So 20 na galing kay Lope K. Santos and then yung 7 from English alphabet and then yung isa na enye. Okay, so that's 28. Okay? Alright, ito, ang nang ay isang, okay, so nang is also a part of our alphabet. Okay, yan. Alright, ay isang digrapo or cluster. Ang nang ay isang digrapo ba or cluster? Yan. Mhm. Is it red or blue? Okay. Red or blue? Ang nang ay isang digrapo or cluster ba? Ang ginaw dito sa amin. Mhm. Okay, very good. Yes. So wala naman nagkamali. Okay. So very good kayo diyan. All right? So the answer there is digrapo, okay? Or digraph. Kasi 'di ba ang digraph is one sound lang siya. Okay? Ang cluster is it could have two or three sounds. Okay? Yan. Okay? Yan. So ang pagkakaiba magkakadikit nga talaga na ano yan na letters, okay? Ang digraph magkadikit na letters, ang cluster magkadikit ng letters, okay? Pero ang digraph is one sound, cluster has two or three sounds, all right? Okay. Number 10, which number is closest to the value of pi? A2, B3, C4, and D5. Which number is closest to the value of pi? A2, B3, C4, and D5. Yan. So, which number is closest to the value of pi? Okay, mukhang lumalabas na po tayo sa FYP kasi dumadami na tayo. Di na tayo na RR. Okay. Okay. Ano ba ang ano ba yung value ng pi? Ano po sagot dun? Ang sagot dun ay digrapo po, digrapo, digrapo, digraph. Sa J, digraph po. Alright. Ano ba? Ang pi. Oh, 3.14. Tama. Bakit po may sumagot ng C? Yan. Okay, so of course, the answer is 3. Okay, kahit naman po yan natin, no? Kahit how do you call that? Round to the nearest, mga ganun, di ba? It's still 3 naman, guys. It's 3, ha? Yan, hindi po 4, okay? Yan. Yan, kasi 3.14. Tama. Okay. Ito naman. Who introduced the symbol pi? Yan, yung symbol ng pi. Okay, symbol ng pi yan, ha? To represent the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter. A. William Jones, B. Leonard Euler, C. Archimedes of Syracuse, or D. John Wallace. Okay, he who introduced the symbol to represent yung symbol na yan, to represent the ratio of a circle circumference to its diameter. A. William Jones, B. Leonard Euler, C. Archimedes of Syracuse, or Syracuse, siguro yan, and D. John Wallace. Okay, yan. So, pinalitan ko yung mga options dyan, okay? Pinalit ko sa mga, lahat yan connected sa pi, okay? Para next time, pag tinanong ay ganito at pi pa rin, at least alam nyo na. Okay, yan. So, pinalitan ko yung tatlong options dyan. Mhm. Okay, may sumagot ng B, A, C, 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 A, C. Okay. Wala lang kay John Wallace. Alright. Okay. Alright. Are you ready? Okay. So, ang sagot po natin dyan ay, okay. So, maintindihan ko man kung bakit si Archimedes of Syracuse, di ba? 'Di ba? Diyan talaga yung iniisip mo, "Ay, kasi siya lang yung ano eh, yung sinaunang tao eh, 'di ba? Ganyan. So, okay naman yung gano'n, okay? Nagkataon lang, pwede niyo naman talagang gamitin yan eh, yung mga critical thinking, okay? It's just that, sometimes lang naman, sometimes, it doesn't work, okay? Yan. So, the answer there is si William Jones. Okay, si William Jones, okay? Siya yung nag-invent ng symbol, okay? Pero tama po kayo dyan. Alright, si Archimedes of Syracuse, siya yung gumamit nung pi, okay, sa kanyang pag-calculate. Okay, yan. Yan. So, Archimedes of Syracuse, siya yung unang gumamit. Okay, so baka yan ang next na tanungin. Right. Si Leonard Euler naman, siya yung nag-popularize. Okay, yan. Si Leonard Euler, siya yung nag-popularize. Si Leonard Euler, lumalabas din to ha. Siya yung beautiful equation, the most beautiful equation. Yan, okay? And then, sabi ko nga, si John Wallace, siya naman yung nag-express nung pi as an infinite product. Okay, yan. So, pwede niyong i-screenshot to 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Oh, ganon. Okay, so, wag niyong kalimutan, yung first na gumamit, si Syracuse, si Archimedes. Pero yung symbol mismo is si William Jones. Okay. All right, number 11. All of these are sculpture materials except A, acrylic, B, marble, C, wood, and D, clay. Number 11, all of these are sculpture materials except A, acrylic, B, marble, C, wood, and D, clay. Yan. Lagyan natin yung number, guys. 11. 11. Yan. Alam nyo ba, ang dami talagang mga madali sa hindi naman ang dami, may mga madali sa exam. Pero minsan yung parang dahil siguro ka-pressured ka to choose talaga kung ano yung tama, biglang magdadalawa-dalawang isip ka pa na ito ba talaga to? Parang gano'n, mag-overthink ka ba? Okay. Alright, pag ganun yung mangyari, umalis muna kayo doon, punta muna kayo doon sa mga sure na kayo. And then, tsaka nyo balik-balikan pa isa-isa. And then, pag hindi nyo pa rin alam, umalis pa rin kayo, puntahan nyo yung mga hindi nyo nasagot hanggang sa pabalik-balik kayo doon sa ano. Kasi, alam nyo yun, yung dahil pabalik-balik kayo, or pag alam nyo na hindi na kayo pressured sa time, parang parang mag-open ba yung nyo, mag-open yung brain nyo pa, parang ganun, mag-synapse siguro. Ganyan. All right. So of course, the answer there is acrylic. Yes, because an acrylic is a paint, 'di ba? Yan. Okay. All right. Number 12. Ito lumabas, I think lumabas to nung June 2025. All right. So the researcher found the source creditable, and so she decided to blank the method. A, adopt. B, adjust. C, adapt. And D, adept. Okay. The researcher found the source creditable, and so she decided to blank the method. A, adopt. B, adjust. C, adapt. And D, adapt. Okay. Uy, alam nyo ba? Parehas tayo. Ganyan, nung unang encounter ko dito, nung bagong-bago ako, ang bilis ko talagang mag-ano nun eh. Yun dapat din yung kailangan yung i-master. Or yun din yung trinay kong may master yun. Kasi yung pagka-ADHD ko talaga gusto, ang bilis-bilis ko. Yan, ganyan. Yan. Okay. So, okay, yes. So, the answer there is A, adopt. Okay. Pero alam ko kung bakit C yung adapt, 'di ba? All right. So, kasi nung unang na-encounter ko to, yung adapted, 'di ba? Hindi ko iniisip yung ibang reason ng ibang meaning ng adopt, 'di ba? Yan. Okay. So, ang meaning ng adapt is yung yes, how do you call that? How do you call that? You use it. Okay, yan. Hindi lang to mag-adapt ng tao, okay? Yan. Yan, natawa talaga ako nung mali ako. Nagulat pa ako. Tapos nung binasa ko ulit, oh my God. Okay. Yan, alright. So, ang adjust, of course, alam natin yan, adjust, make changes. Yan. Yung adapt, yan. Yung adapt is you try to modify something, di ba? Yan. Yan. And then yung adept means you are skilled about something, okay? I am adept to research yung mga ganon. Okay? Yan. Ako din talaga nung bagong-bago ako. Yung ang bilis ko kasing sumagot dati nga, as I have said, wala akong disiplina. Yan. So, yun din pala yung trinay kong matutunan nung nag-review ako for ewan ko ba, yung, madali kasi akong mabore. Parang ganun. So, please, okay? So, habang nagre-review kayo, you try na basahing mabuti yung tanong, okay? Wag kayong magmadali, okay? Yan. Although sa Gen Ed pala guys please, sumagot na kayo ng mga 20 or 50 and then mag-shade na kayo, okay? Wag kayong masayang-masaya na sumagot-sagot dun sa tas hindi kayo nag-shade kasi baka maubusan kayo ng time. Okay, kasi unang-una, shortest yon yung general education. Tapos, pangalawa is, syempre, yun yung first na i-exam natin. So, parang, hindi ka pa sanay. Ganun sa time management mo, okay? Maraming mga hindi nakasagot ng marami doon, ha? Okay. Buti na lang nalaman ko tong adapt. Ayan. Yan. Thanks, ma'am. May matutunan ka talaga dito ba? Of course. Yan din problema sa akin sa mga Oo, yes, tama. Yes. Ma'am, nag-message po ako. You're well. Sige po, i-reply ko po kayo. So gusto niyo mag-Macboard, ganyan or just ano, you can just follow me. Mahilig po ako maglagay ng mga infographics. Yan. Mahilig pa ako maglagay ng infographics para hindi boring na basahin nyo. Ganon. Magbasa kayo sa Blue App, yan. And then marami na rin pa ako nalagay sa ating YT. So, please support me also, okay? Yan. Okay. So tignan nyo, linagay ko pa rin yun kahit napaka-easy, 'di ba? Kasi alam ko meron at meron pa din kasi alam ko din naman kung saan ako natanga dati. All right? Number 13. The spatial and temporal patterns of the grouping and number of organisms are caused by environmental factors and in turn result in consequences to the A organism, B greenhouse, C biosphere and D ecology. Okay. The spatial and temporal patterns of the grouping and number of organisms are caused by environment factors and in turn result in consequences to the A organism, B greenhouse, C biosphere, and D ecology. Mhm. Bakit may F? Tong si Ma'am Trace? The spatial and temporal patterns of the grouping and number of organisms are caused by environmental factors and in turn result in consequences to the... Bakit? Teka. Bakit puro kayo D? Parang uminit yung pakiramdam ko. Mali ba yung pag-intindi ko sa tanong na to? Na-stress ako ah. Okay. All right. But ang sagot ko dito, all right? So, but I'll gonna check it again ha, all right? But my answer here is, it's biosphere. Okay? Kasi ang sinasabi niya is yung grouping. 'Di ba? 'Di ba yung sa ano, okay, the spatial and temporal patterns of the grouping and number of organisms. Yan, di ba yung mga organisms, tapos nagkakaroon sila ng grouping, di ba? Like sa forest, ganyan, di ba? Yan, na yung mga, yung mga, yung environment at saka yung ano is yung environment doon nakadepende yung mga kind of ano animals doon, halimbawa ganun na Alright, so I'm gonna check this one ha. Pero my answer here is biosphere, okay? Ang answer ko ay biosphere. Kasi, di ba ang ecology is the study, it's the study of living things, okay? Na nakikipag-interact sa how do you call that? Nakikipag-interact sa environment nila. Okay? But let me check again. But as of now talaga biosphere yung sagot ko dito. Okay? Alright. Sabi niya biotic and abiotic. Okay, yes, tama. Okay, biotic. Yan yung living and abiotic non-living. Alright. Number 14, because it can be touched and felt for texture and forms, sculptures is called, okay? Sculptures are called dapat to. A, visual. B, literary. Engaging, turning your camera off, showing static images, or being away for long. Paanong being away? Sumasagot nga ako dyan. Alright? C, tactile or D, audio. Nako. Yan oh. Kung ano-ano naman ang ginagawa na naman ni TikTok sa akin. Because it can be touched and felt for texture and form. Sculptures are called A, visual, B, literary, C, tactile, or D, audio. Okay. So far naman, alright. So yung, guys, ganito kasi nangyayari. Pag nare-restrict po kasi dito on my end, nag-iitim po kasi yung screen nyo. Yan. So, paki-follow nyo na lang po ako para pag nag-itim yung screen nyo na hindi nyo na ako makita, balikan nyo na lang po ako, ha? Yan. Para kahit kayo man lang bumabalik. Okay? Kasi yung ex ko kasi hindi na bumalik. Char. Alright. Okay. Yes. So, the answer here is Tactile. Thank you for following. I-follow nyo ako kasi nagkakaproblema na naman ngayon. Laging nare-restrict. Nag-iitim. Hindi nyo na ako mahanap pag hindi ako kayo naka-follow. Okay, thank you so much. So, yes. Okay? So, tactile. Alam natin, anything. Okay? Pag nakita nyo yung word na tactile, kahit saan pa yan, sa painting or sa kahit saan, tactile, may texture, nahahawakan. Okay, yan. So, lumalabas yan ang tactile, anything. Okay? Tactile learning, di ba? Yung mga ganun, tactile teaching, yung mga ganun. Alright? Yan. So, alam na natin yung visual. Visual, for example, nakikita. Okay? Visual, paintings, photography. Yan. Literary, okay, yung mga written, usually, di ba? Yan, mga poems. Yan yung mga yan. Audio, of course, yung naririnig natin. Music. Okay, yan. Okay. So, yan. So, may palaro ako. Okay? Yung palaro natin, huwag kayong mabore. Okay? Kasi ito, lumalabas naman talaga yung mga to. Okay? Yung mga palaro ko. Which painter famously cut off part of his own ear? Ito lang yung hindi lumalabas, okay? Pero maalala ko lang, okay? Kaya linagay ko, okay? A. Pablo Picasso, B. Vincent van Gogh, C. Claude Monet, and D. Salvador Dali. Alright. So, which painter famously cut off part of his own ear? O A. Pablo Picasso, B. Vincent van Gogh, C. Claude Monet, and D. Salvador Dali. Okay, so may kwento kasi ako dito kung bakit naalala ko to and linagay ko lang siya. Okay, yan. Kasi we will never know, 'di ba? Ang tanong talaga sa ano is kaya nga Gen Ed dapat matalino ka sa general knowledge. 'Di ba? Yan. So anything goes. Yan. TOS daw, wali. Joke. Mapagalitan pa ako. All right. So yes, the answer there is si Vincent van Gogh. Okay. So may kwento kasi to. Nung bata ako, yan. So iba yung style ng ng karaoke noon. Yung karaoke nasa TV. Tapos yung lumalabas doon sa hindi bagay doon sa kanta. Yung mga babae na kumakaldag, yung mga ganon. Ewan ko lang naabutan nyo, ganyan. So, minsan, hindi naman tugma yung kanta doon sa niya, so parang visual niya. Yon. So, ako lagi akong nalulungkot doon sa Starry Starry Night na kanta. Yan. Gustong-gusto ko yon, nalulungkot ako. So, natanong ko yung tatay ko dati. Sabi ko, ano yung Starry Starry Night? Ba't ganun? Ba't ang lungkot? Parang ganon. So, yung daddy ko, para siyang walking encyclopedia. So, nabanggit niya na, yun nga, related to kay Vincent van Gogh. Tapos si Vincent van Gogh daw ganito. May tililing daw siya, ganyan. And then he cut his ear, ganyan. So, naalala ko lang. So, sinama ko. Wala lang. Okay. So, ito. Ang ganda ng painting niya ni Vincent van Gogh. Tama. Yes. Alright. So, which painting by Vincent van Gogh, okay, lumalabas naman na to, is widely believed to be the only artwork he sold during his lifetime? A. Starry Night, B. Sunflowers, C. The Red Vineyard, and D. The Bedroom. Okay. So, which painting by Vincent van Gogh is widely believed to be the only artwork he sold during his lifetime? A. Starry Night, B. Sunflowers, C. Yes, Gen Ed po tayo. C. The Red Vineyard, and D. The Bedroom. Okay. So, nung nag-research ako nito, hindi man siguro daw totoo, okay? Yan na ito lang yung pero meron naman daw sigurong nabenta pa. Pero this is sinasabi nila na ito daw, baka daw talaga ito lang. Yan, ganyan, okay? Di ko makalimutan to kasi naging report ko to dati. Yan, Starry, Starry Night. Okay, so ang sagot nyo ay Starry Night. Okay, at lahat tayo ay ligwak. Alright, so the answer here is the Red Vineyard. Okay, ganyan. Pero kasi yung Starry Night, linagay ko talaga yung Starry Night dyan para pambudol, di ba? Kasi parang no, yun kasi yung parang pinaka niya, no? Pinaka, how do you call that? Pinakasikat niya si Starry Night. Okay. Ganyan. Okay. Yan. So, alam nyo ba 'di ba ang kwento ni ni Van Gogh is meron siyang siguro schizophrenia at basta may mental problem siya. Ganyan. And sumikat siya posthumously na. 'Di ba? Yan. Nasyak akiz. Oh, research nyo. Okay. Alright. So, pabalik daw. Okay. Yan. Ganyan. Yan. So, posthumously talaga siya na sumikat. Okay? Kasi nga, siya, tawag doon, meron siyang meron siyang mental problem. Ganyan. So, ang nagsusupport lang talaga siya, Ang nagso-support lang sa kapatid niya sa kanya is yung kapatid niya na art dealer, si Theo, ganyan. Pero magaling daw talaga tong si Vincent van Gogh na mag-paint, ganyan. So kailan niya kinat yung anong yung ear niya nung nag-away sila nung isang ng fellow artist niya, si Paul Gauguin. Yan. Alright, ligwak. Okay, yan. Okay, so i-research nyo yan, ha? Okay. Ito naman. Which Renaissance artist painted the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel? Okay, parang lumabas to ha, nung September ba to or November? I'm not so sure. A. Leonardo da Vinci, B. Raphael, C. Angelo, or D. Donatello. Okay, yan. Ilagay nyo yung number, guys, kasi ma-RR tayo. Kaya ata tayo na RR kasi pare-parehas yung lumalabas na question, guys. Ay, yung O, ilagay nyo BQ. Yan. Yan. Kaya tayo na-restrict. Okay? So, which Renaissance artist painted the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel? Laging lumalabas po to, ha? Yan. Okay. Okay, may sumasagot ng B. Okay. Alright, Sistine Chapel, guys. Sistine is si Michelangelo. Okay? Sistine is Michelangelo. Okay? Yan. Okay, BQ3. Okay, ilagay nyo po BQ3. Yan, BQ3. Which artist, lumalabas din to, very common. Which artist is known for the painting The Persistence of Memory featuring the melting clocks? A. Salvador Dali, B. Frida Kahlo, C. Henry Matisse, and D. Edvard Munch. Yan. Si Munch, lumalabas din yan. Muntik ko na sabihin. A. Salvador Dali, B. Frida Kahlo, C. Henry Matisse, and D. Edvard Munch. Yan. Uy. Alright. Mukhang hindi nyo pa na-encounter ito. Ilang items po ngayon? 20 po tayo everyday. Pero di ba marami tayong mga BQ, mga ganun, mga bonus questions. Yan, sakit na ng ulo ko. Alright, alisin ko na yung aking eyeglass. So, ano yung sagot nyo dyan? Alright, tama. Si Dali po siya, guys. Okay, yung mga clock na name-melt, yan. So that is Salvador Dali. Okay, wag niyo kalimutan ha. This is also very common na lumalabas. Alam niyo yung meron kasing talagang mga high yield question, yung paulit-ulit na lumalabas, yung mga ganon. Okay, yan. And ito yung mga tanong na lagi kong nakikita sa mga different mockboards kasi mahilig ako mockboard sa iba't ibang So, yan. So, Salvador Dali po siya. Okay? Si Munch sa Scream. Yan. Okay. Ma'am, yung mga question, pwede i-repost ko po to sa YT. Okay, balikan nyo na lang po. Okay, dyan nyo po i-screenshot, ha? Ha? Yan. At mag-subscribe na rin po kayo doon. Okay? Kasi kailangan ko ng supporter, char. Ito naman. Which female Mexican painter is known for her deeply personal self-portraits? Yan. Yan. Iba tingin. Yan. Sinaunang tao yung itsura ni no? Yan, Yes. Thank you. Yes, pa-subscribe po doon. Yan. Ganun pa rin po. Gurography pa din po. Yan. Yung pagmumukha ko pa rin yung andon. Okay? Yan. Gurography Review Hub. Okay? So, which female Mexican painter is known for her deeply personal self-portraits? Yan. Siguro mahal na mahal niya yung sarili niya. A. Georgia O'Keeffe. B. Frida Kahlo. C. Mary Cassatt. Or D. Artemisia Gentileschi. Okay? Okay. Sabi niya. B. Aha. Nakita nyo ba yung post ko about this one? Okay? Hindi ko nga linagay yung sagot doon Picture lang niya Ayan, okay. So, very good kayo dyan. Alright? It's Frida Kahlo. Okay? So, nakita ko nga yung mga yung mga pinaint niya. Puro nga mukha niya. Okay? So, it's Frida Kahlo. Alright? Okay. Number 15. Which country has won the most men's FIFA World Cup championship? Okay, A. Argentina, B. Italy, C. Germany, and D. Brazil. Which country has won the most men's FIFA World Cup championships? A. Argentina, B. Italy, C. Germany, and D. Brazil. Okay, di pala ganyan. Okay. So, lahat naman to mahilig sila sa FIFA. Okay, yan. Actually, nung nakita ko tong tanong 'to, hinulaan ko, tumama naman yung hula ko. Hinulaan ko lang kasi sila kasi yung ano eh, 'di ba? Sila kasi yung laging nafi-feature kaya it really pays. No, na mahilig kayo sa news, mahilig kayong magbasa, yung mga ganun. Kaya pag may nakikita akong mga news, sinishare ko sa aking page. Kasi hindi natin alam kung ano yung lalabas. Alright? And answer there is Brazil. Okay, yan. So, susunod ang Germany at saka Italy. Yan, 4. Argentina, 2. Yan. France, 2. Uruguay, 2. And England and ano to? Ano yun? Maliit na to masyado sa akin. Alright, yung isa. Okay, Spain ata yon. Alright? Okay, so the answer here is Brazil. Okay? Okay. Number 16. In perspective drawing, the imaginary line where the sky appears to meet the ground is called the A. Vanishing point. B. Cone of vision. Okay? C. Horizon. And D. Picture plane. 20 points po tayo every time. 20 points yung nilalagyan ko ng number. Pero, syempre, di ba may mga BQ tayo. So, depende kung ilan yung BQ ko. Yan. Pero, guaranteed yung 20 points. Yan. Baka yung second matanong. Balikan nyo po, ipopost ko po to sa YT. Yan. Argentina tsaka Italy. Yung number 2, okay? Yan. Okay, so balikan nyo po. Ipopost ko naman po to, guys. Yan. Hindi naman ako ganun ka stingy, okay? Na naglalala live dito tapos bahala na kayo diyan, okay? Ipo-post po natin. All right? Yun nga lang yung iba humihingi pa ng PPT. Of course, hindi ko na pa binibigay 'yon, okay? All right? Kasi alam ko din yung style ng iba, bebenta pa. Ay, linilibre ko nga bebenta nyo. Ay, nako. All right. Of course, the answer there is horizon. Okay, very good kayo diyan. All right, so yung perspective drawing, ito yung kind of drawing na nagpapakita ng depth, okay? Depth, lalim, or distance. Okay? Yan. So, tingnan natin. Alright? Pakilagyan ng number. Aba, ang aking anak-anakan. Okay, so ito yung, ano niya, ito yung mga elements ng perspective drawing. Okay? Ito yung vanishing point. Okay, so vanishing point, dahil malayo ka, nagkakaroon ng imaginary line. Okay, kung saan nagmi-meet yung mga parallel lines. Okay, for example, ito, di ba? Merong nakaganyan, may straight, pag malayo ka, naka-straight na ganyan. Tapos nag-meet din doon. Eh pag lumapit ka doon, wala naman talagang magmi-meet doon eh, di ba? But it's because malayo, nasa malayo ka, magkakaroon siya ng vanishing point, okay? Yan. Background mo, coach. Bakit? Alright? Yan. Itong cone of vision, ito naman yung nakikita mo. Alright? Na without moving your head. Okay, ito yung hindi nakasama doon yung mga nasa ano mo, ganyan. So, hindi ka nagmo-move. Kung ano yung nakikita mo doon sa harap mo, yon yung cone of vision. Okay. Ito naman yung horizon line, yun yung kung ano yung nakikita ng ka-level ng eye mo. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, pag umupo ka, iba yung horizon mo. Pag umakyat ka, ay pag tumaas ka, pag tumayo ka, iba yung horizon level mo. Pag pumunta ka dun sa tree, iba na naman yung horizon level mo. Okay? Because the horizon level is yan yung eye level mo, okay? Yan. Yung picture plane, this is the flat surface where the drawing is made. Yun lang yon. Okay, so nagiging 2D na siya. Kasi pag nakatingin ka 3D, di ba? Pero pag yung picture plane na tinitingnan mo, kung saan yung the drawing is made, it becomes 2D. Alright, yan. At saka meron pa yung isa, yung observer. Okay, the observer means ikaw na nag-o-observe and your point of view. Okay, yan. Kung ano yung nakikita mo, 'di ba? Yan, lahat-lahat na yan. Okay, that is the observer. Of course, halimbawa, kung tumitingin ka dun sa may train, of course, ang point of view mo dun sa train. Tapos bumaliktad ka, ang nakikita mo doon is yung jowa mo. O di of course, yung point of view mo as an observer is yung jowa mo. Okay, hindi mo nakikita yung train. Okay, yan. Bulag-bulagan yarn. Yan. Kaya gamitin niyo yung ano niyo ha, yung pagka-observer niyo ha. Okay, magbulag-bulagan. Alright, so linagay ko lang yung mga to. Okay, para kung hindi niyo naiintindihan yung aking explanation or should you wish to, favorite view ko, I love you. Char! Okay. So, pag hindi nyo naintindihan yung aking explanation, you can read this again. Yan. Okay. Ganyan. Alright? So, linagay ko lang yan. Okay? Hindi ko yan babasa-basahin isa-isa, kundi baka antukin tayong lahat. Alright. Number 17. A disorder characterized by the persistent eating of non-food substances such as clay, chalk, or paper is called a bulimia nervosa, B. Anorexia nervosa, C. Pica, and D. Binge eating disorder. A disorder characterized by the persistent eating of non-food substances such as clay, chalk, or paper is called a bulimia nervosa, B. Anorexia, C. Pica, and D. Binge eating disorder. Okay, yan. Non-food. Non-food. Yan. Yan. Kahit yung ano yung napapanood ko mga documentary, yung kinakain nila yung mga buhok, yung mga glass, yung mga metals, yung mga ganon. It's also an example. Okay? Alright. Okay, gusto ko yan. Alright. Okay, so let's reveal. The answer there is Pika. Okay, yan. So basahin nyo yung mga andito. Yan. Okay, basahin nyo yan. So usually daw, okay, usually daw ay nakikita to sa children, okay? All right. Okay, ito. So, ano natin yung difference. Okay, yung yung bulimia nervosa, alam naman natin yung nervosa, 'di ba? Yung kasama siya sa binge eating. Okay, but there is a compensatory behavior. Okay? Yan, yung kain siya ng kain, tapos usually ang compensatory behavior niya is vinavomit niya kasi nga ayaw niyang tumaba. Okay, yan. Or, hindi lang pala vomiting, there could be excessive exercise or misuse of laxative. Alright? Yan. That is bulimia nervosa. Okay, yan. So, ang anorexia naman, okay, is hindi siya kumakain. Yan. Kasi ayaw niyang tumaba. Yan, ito yung pinaka-common na nakikita natin sa news, di ba? Yung anorexia, ayaw niyang kumain. Bulimia, kumakain, pero linalabas niya. Okay, there is a compensatory behavior. Okay, yung binge eating disorder naman, okay, is, how do you call that? Nagbi-binge eating siya, okay, pero there is no compensatory behavior. Okay, yan. So, kumakain lang siya. Yan, ganyan. Wala siyang pakialam. Okay, hindi niya pinipilit yung sarili niya na mag-vomit, hindi siya nag-exercise, ganyan. Alright? Hi, Coach! Sabi mo ni Ma'am Rosalinda. Alright. Okay, so ito yung nabanggit kanina ni Madam, si Madam, si Mr. Love. Alright, so blank consists of preoccupation with perceived flaws in one's physical appearance. Yan, perceived flaws, kasi ikaw lang nakakakita. Or it may be true, pero minsan, ina-exaggerate mo, okay? Yung pwede namang hindi mo naman pansinin pero ikaw sobrang pansin mo sa sarili mo. Alright, so dysmorphia or dysphoria. Okay. So, blank consists of preoccupation with perceived flaws in one's physical appearance, a dysmorphia, a red dysmorphia, or blue dysphoria. Yan. Okay. Okay, ito naman, pwede nyo namang pwede rin naman pa rin kahit hindi nyo alam. Although this is very common, no? Lagi to sa ating social media. All right, yes. So tama diyan. Ang sagot niyan ay dysmorphia or body dysmorphic disease, 'di ba? Yeah, BDD. Yan. Yan. Okay, ang dysphoria, alam natin yung euphoria, 'di ba? Yung euphoria is parang happiness, 'di ba? Ang dysphoria is kabaliktaran naman niya. Okay, yung parang malungkot. Okay, ganyan, yung parang absence of happiness. Right. Okay. Number 18, the word sigh is an example of a diphthong, B, digraph, C, cluster, or D, trigraph. Okay, the word sigh is an example of a diphthong, B, digraph, C, cluster, or D, trigraph. Okay, so ito yung dapat i-memorize nyo to kasi minsan nakakalimutan natin to Yan, so kaya medyo inuulit ko siya. Okay, iniiba-iba ko lang yung sagot. Okay, kasi ito yung mga common na lumalabas. Okay, so inuulit ko para lang ma-practice kayo. Alright? The word sigh is an example of A, diphthong, B, digraph, C, cluster, and D, trigraph? Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So let's reveal the answer. All right. A, sabi niya, okay. Okay, sige, sige, sige. Let's see. So may mga nalilito pa, no? Yan. So okay. All right. So the answer there is trigraph. Okay? Pero kung mali kayo dito, it's okay. Okay? Kasi nakakalito nga naman talaga to. Okay? And this is new pala. This is new. Okay, ganyan. So actually, gawa-gawa ko lang yung tanong na to. Okay? Gusto ko lang talagang ituro dito yung diphthong, digraph, and cluster. And then nakita ko may trigraph pala. Okay? So this is also new for me. All right. So ito siya. So diphthong. Okay? So ang gusto ko lang talagang ituro dito ay diphthong, digraph at saka cluster kasi laging lumalabas. Okay, but there is trigraph pala. Okay, malay mo lalabas yon next time, alright? So diphthong, ang lagi nyong isipin pag diphthong, okay, is two vowels usually na how do you call that? Magkatabi, tapos meron siyang glide. Okay? Meron siyang glide. Kaya nung March 2025, lumabas doon yung yung diphthong, tapos may mga sumagot sa shampoo. May shampoo tsaka rain. Yan. Pero ang sagot doon is rain. Kasi pag diphthong, dapat may glide. A, 'di ba? A, ganon. 'Di ba? Ang shampoo kasi is magkatabi nga na vowel, 'di ba? Pero walang glide, one sound lang siya. U, shampoo, ganon. Alright? So lagi niyong tandaan 'yan, okay? Yung digraph alam naman natin, 'di ba? Two letters, okay? Two letters pero one sound siya. Okay? Yes, like coin, tama 'yon. Alright? Yung digraph, one sound. Okay? Shh. Yan. Kasi meron kasing consonant digraph, okay? Dalawang consonant, tas one sound siya. Sh, ch, yung mga ganon, okay? Yan. Okay, yes. Yes, ang tama, ang shampoo is digraph kasi kukunin natin doon yung sh. Okay, ganyan. Pero kasi maraming nalito nung March dun sa U. Kasi U. Alright, ganyan. Alright? Okay, ang cluster naman is dalawa din. Okay, dalawa or tatlo, pero iba-iba na yung sound. Okay? So, digraph is isa. Sh, ch, 'di ba? Ganon. J, ganon. Pero itong clusters, bo. 'Di ba? Dalawa na 'yon, bo at saka o. Bo. Alright. Ganyan. Alright? Okay, and then yung trigraph, ito naman. Okay, so tatlo nga naman, TCH, catch. Yan, so isang lang siya, isang sound nga lang naman. Okay, di ba? Yan. I, yung IGH is, I lang yung pag-pronounce niya, di ba? Light. Ganon. Alright? Iyon yon. Okay, number 19. Alright? Number 19, which geographic condition most strongly explains why early civilizations developed along river valleys such as the Nile, Tigris, Euphrates, and Indus? Okay, A, religious significance of rivers. B, availability of fertile soil and reliable water supply. C, ease of territorial defense. And D, presence of mineral resources. Okay, so which geographic condition most strongly explain why early civilizations developed along river valleys such as the Nile, Tigris, Euphrates, and Indus? Okay, kasama na dito yung Yellow River, di ba? Yan. 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 So, A, religious significance of rivers, availability of fertile soil and reliable water supply. C, ease of territorial defense. C, presence of mineral resources. Okay. So, saan ba nanggagaling? Laging lumalabas din to. Saan ba nanggagaling yung fertile soil? Yan. Laging lumalabas yan eh. Yan. 20 po tayo. Every Wednesday po, I give 20 points plus mga bonus questions. So, maabot minsan tayo 20 to 35. Pero yung 20, yun yung my number. Okay? Yan. Yung mga kapapasok lang po dito, don't worry, ipapost ko po sa ating ipopost ko po sa ating YT, okay? So please support me there. Bakit ba nagkaka-fertile? Meron yung lumalabas na yun. It starts with letter S. Okay, napapansin ko laging nagagamit yon. Okay, four-letter word. Okay, S. Alright. Yes, but the answer, yes, so tama naman po kayo. Availability of fertile soil and reliable water supply. Of course, 'di ba? Kaya nga doon number one talaga yung availability, reliable water supply, 'di ba? Para makapag-plant sila, 'di ba? Ganyan. Okay, but what the word that I'm looking for is silt kanina. Yan. Okay? Silt, 'di ba? Kasi nga nagkakaroon every time, 'di ba? Yan yung isang problema din dun, lumalabas din yun sa Yellow River, 'di ba? Yung Huangho River, 'di ba? Yung laging nag-flood, okay? And because of flood, nagkakaroon ng deposit of silt. Silt, darling. Okay, silt. Yeah. So nagkakaroon ng deposit of silt. And then that silt is it makes the soil fertile. All right? Okay. Number 20. Those who have less in life should have more in law. Expresses concern for the poor and the disadvantaged. Silt. Silt po, hindi silk. S-I-L-T. T. T for Tommy. Yan. T for Tommy. Alright? So those who have less in life should have more in law, expresses concern for the poor and the disadvantaged. This principle is reflected in the A, Magsaysay Credo, B, Daang Matuwid, C, Masagana 99, and D, Filipino First Policy. May laro tayo dito. Okay. So before ko i-reveal, please, every Wednesday, okay, nagpapa-free live po ako. May Macboard po tayo. Yan, message nyo lang ako sa Blue App. Yan, meron din po tayong YT channel. Please support me. Yan, meron din pa akong ginawang, how do you call that? Meron pa akong ginawang digital flashcards. Okay, for bundle na po siya. Yan, mga lumabas na actual questions nung ngayong 2025, Prof. Ed and Gen Ed, it's 199 pesos only. Okay, bundle na po siya, okay? All right. Yes, so the answer there is Magsaysay Credo. Tama naman kayo dyan. Okay, very good. Okay. Yan. So ito yung 10 bullet niya, 10 bullet points niya. Ang ganda, siya yung favorite ko eh. All right, so labas tayo. Ay, laro tayo. Daang Matuwid. Okay, so these are all programs or policies ng mga presidents. Okay. So Daang Matuwid, ang Daang Matuwid governance campaign promoting transparency, accountability and anti-corruption. Itong anti-corruption usually lalo, okay? So kanino to? Yan, kanino? Okay, hula-hula. Hula-hula. Yan. Yan. Maganda yung ganito, guys. Okay? Yung pinipilit nyong mag-isip. Okay? Nakakaano. Alright? Sana walang mang-away sa akin dito, ha? Kasi minsan na-feature ko yung isang presidente. Ayun, nako, may nang-away sa akin. Okay? This is for information. Okay? Hindi porke hindi ko na-feature dito, hindi ko na siya gusto. Or porke na-feature ko dito, gusto ko na siya. Okay? Yan. Alright? Okay, very good. It's Benigno Aquino III, okay, or Noynoy Aquino. Masagana 99. Agricultural program aimed at increasing rice production and achieving rice self-sufficiency. Okay, Masagana 99. Yan. Okay, ito yung sa Miracle Rice niya, 'di ba? Yung Miracle Rice niya, ito yung IR8, yung variety ng rice. Yan, sa Los Baños, Achuchu. Yan. Marcos Arroyo, sabi niya. Okay. Alright, let's see. Masagana 99. Masagana 99. May nag-Arroyo tayo. Alright. Okay, so yes, it's Ferdinand Marcos Sr. Yan, okay. Yan. So, New Society din sa kanya, ha. Lumalabas din to. Ano yung kay Marcos, Ferdinand Marcos Sr.? New Society, okay? Alright. Filipino First Policy naman tayo. Filipino First, New Society. Alright. Ang galing-galing nyo Okay, very good. Yes. Alright, yes. Alright, so the answer there is Carlos P. Garcia, CCPG. Okay, very good. Okay, so that ends our free live. I hope nag-enjoy kayo. Yan, and I hope marami kayong natutunan na bago sa akin. Okay, so if you want to do the mock boards, please send the message, okay? Sa Blue Up na po kayo. Diretso na po kayo doon kasi doon po yung link, okay? Yan. Kasi kung i-message niyo ako dito, ibibigay ko yung link sa inyo dito, tapos pupunta lang din kayo doon sa Blue Up kasi doon yung mock board. Okay? So doon na po, okay? All right? Okay, thank you so much, guys. And please follow me, please support. Okay, how can you support? Please i-follow niyo ako sa lahat ng account, TikTok, YT, ganyan, manood na rin kayo doon. Yan, ganyan. Ano pa? If you have extra money, you can avail for yung aking mga digital flashcard ng mga actual questions. 'Yon. Okay? All right, free po yung Macboard. Yes, it's free. It's free po. Yes, free. Okay, so after this i-post ko na po yung i-post ko na po yung ating ito sa YT, okay? Itong ating live. Yan, at asukasuin ko na yung top 10 natin sa ating Macboard. Alright?